All right, everybody. We are back. Man, we are episode 3 already. And this one I have been itching to do because this is for my good buddy Alex over at Beer and Vinyl. He's celebrating, is it 1 year? That's what he's doing, 1 year in the VC? Seems like he's been here longer, but I know he had been commenting for quite a while. But I believe he is giving away a $50 gift certificate. So, and I know I'm right near the deadline. I think cutoff is the 4th or 5th of January. And since I just started January 1st, I need to get this done. So, he wants you to show albums of your favorite year in music. For me, it's always been 71 to 74. Question is, what year I'm going to choose? And the year I am going with is 1973. Many reasons for that. I turned 17 that summer of 73. So my very first concert in 73. I'm playing in a band. I'm fighting off girls left and right. I've got long, flowing blonde hair. Yeah, I am living the American dream, baby. And there's nothing more American than rock and roll. So let's go. My very first concert, Alice Cooper. $1 Billion Babies tour in 1973 at the Chicago Amphitheater. Oh man, I can still picture where I was sitting. I'm coming out opening to Hello Hooray. Fantastic memories. That wasn't good enough. They put out another album in 1973. Muscle Love. Nowhere near as good. You can tell Edges Are Afraid here, the band. Things are starting to come off the wheel here. So, but still, unfortunately, this is it for the Alice Cooper group. Alice becomes a solo act after that. All right, saw this band on tour too, my favorite band of all time, on this very tour. Black Sabbath, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, one of the great album covers ever. When I was in a band, we used to play Killing Yourself to Live. Yes. Up next, oh God, I've seen this band, I'll bet you 12, 15 times. Saw them on this tour. Blue Oyster Cult, Secret Treaties. Love that pencil drawing. Great piece of artwork. When I was in a band, we used to play Dominance and Submission from this. I sing backing vocals. Not very well though, I'll tell you that. Alright, one of my other top 3 favorite bands of all time. Deep Purple. Who do we think we are? A lot of people kind of dismiss this album, think it's one of the lesser albums from the Mark II lineup, but I've always liked this album. I love Side 2 because John Lord is my favorite keyboard player, and to me, John Lord owns the second side of this album. Great keyboards in it. Oh, here we go. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. Fantastic. That's very iconic, the lightning bolt. But it's a great album too. And what is this song? Oh my God, Lady Grinning Soul. The keyboards on that. That's some of my favorite keyboard work ever by Mike Garson, correct? Yes, I believe it's Mike Garson. Alright, so I'm starting to get my prog on in 73 too. The very first prog rock album I ever bought, I can remember, was Fragile in 71. But ELP, Brain Salad Surgery, their last great album. Because after this, their material really suffers. But you all know the big song, Carnival 9. But also a great kind of acoustic tune by Greg Lake, Still You Turn Me On. Foghat, their rock and roll album. Although they say that's really not the title, they just call it Foghat. But the first album's called Foghat, so it kind of became rock and roll. Very good album. Got your boogie rock. Up next, well, those of us in North America really didn't know this band until this album came out, Golden Earring, the album Moontan, with the big hit, worldwide hit, Radar Love. And, you know, most of us in North America had no idea. This is like their 8th album. Yeah, those of you in Europe, you would know better. Here we go. We're an American band. Grand Funk, rock and roll. Yeah. The gold vinyl. Not many bands did it back then. They did it. Jay Giles did it with the Bloodshot album. I remember Dave Mason did a really horrible, muddy, brown kind of album. I forget which album that was. Was it Alone Together, I think? But anyway, I digress. The album that was a big commercial breakout for them. Todd Rundgren produced it. A good album, but it's not your power trio, Grand Funk, Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. That's right, I'm showing the album cover. I don't care. A very solid album. What can you say about Led Zeppelin? It hasn't been said. To me, one of the top 10 debuts ever. Montrose. This album's like 32 minutes long, but it never lets up. It's just one song after the other. It's just 8 great tunes, each like 3.5, 4 minutes long. Fantastic stuff. Ronnie Montrose, one of my top 10 guitarists. Yeah, gotta be. All right. There. Martha Hoople. Oh, you may have noticed too, I have redone my wall. I used to have nothing but album covers there, but I wanted to take them down because there were a number of albums in there that I have not played since they've been hanging there, and some of those had been up there easy. 30 years. So like Joe Walsh, Smoker You Drink. I wanted to play that. I had to pull that down. So I decided to put up posters and other memorabilia. Maybe I'll do a new room tour one day here coming up. Mott from Martha Hoople. Honolulu Boogie, Driving Sister. Ian Hunter, brilliant songwriter, lyricist. A little more prog. One of my, gotta be top 10 prog albums of all time. Nectar, Remember the Future, a concept album. Just one continuous song, like Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick. Get it if you don't have it. Speaking of concept albums, my favorite album of all time. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. You might have heard of this one. Yep. I never tire of this album. I play this album 8-10 times a year still to this date. Oh, top 5 guitarists for me. And this guy is so damn good. He put out 2 albums this year too. Rory Gallagher, Blueprint. Yes, I need to get myself a better copy of this though, because it's a cutout. And certain artists I don't want cutouts for. Rory would certainly be one of them. And follow-up, Tattoo, with the song Tattoo Lady. Very good stuff. Let's see what I have. If you notice, these are all in alphabetical order too, on the A as Alice, B as for Bob channel. Top 10 band for me, Uriah Heep, the album Sweet Freedom. Ken Hensley, right there. My second favorite keyboard player, right after John Lord. And Gary Thane, right there. Underrated bass player. My God, you need to really listen to their albums and listen to his bass playing. You would know the hit Stealing from this. Wishbone Ash 4. A lot of people think this was a letdown, and you know what? Honestly, after Argus, which is their masterpiece, this is a bit of a letdown, but I do really like this album. And I think I actually play this album more than Argus. I don't know if it's because a lot of the stuff on Argus I can also listen to on their live album, live dates. So, and then the album that broke it for this band, well, not big time like the MTV era of this band, but ZZ Top, Tres Hombres. You know, their first 2 albums, the self-titled and Rio Grande Mud. Those were very blues-based, but here they start getting a little more rock to them. So there you go, Alex. I love doing this because you know what? This really, it defines you. It tells you who you are. I mean, I know it's a cliche. It's the soundtrack of your life. But really, it is. I mean, these are the friends you made growing up. You know, you spent every day together, certainly during the summer. Maybe not during the school year, but brought back a lot of great memories. And I just wanted to thank you for putting this on, and congratulations on 1 year. See you later.